Hey, all you guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here, and I know it's been a while. I have filmed videos. I just didn't end up posting them, or something would happen, and I would just be like, you know what, screw it, I just don't care. And I also would just not feel like dealing with things in this hobby, so I just was like, I'm just gonna not. But, anyways, this is going to be a Wine and Dollies number, whatever I have in the title, because I don't know what it is right now. And of course, no wine, but the Baja of Bless shall be my drink of choice. Anyways, this is going to be completely rambly. I'm going to hit on some points as to why I've been inactive and some dolly updates that kind of bombarded me, unexpected purchases and stuff like that, and why I purchased those. So, sorry this won't be very quick and to the point. I'm just gonna ramble. It's gonna be more of a me just talking type of video because that is the thing that I find easiest and what I like to do. And at this point, why am I doing it if I don't enjoy it, right? Anyways, I have my unnamed infinity smart doll girl with me and her absolutely luxurious kugurumi. I love it so much. You just don't understand. It's so cute. Yeah. And I actually ordered myself a kigurumi. Not like this, of course. It's a Pusheen one that I might be making videos in when I'm with her, because that would be just kind of funny and cute and ridiculous. But anyways, so why I've been silent is kind of a continuation of what has been happening in my life that I have talked about. In roughly the past year, maybe longer, I don't, time wise, I just don't even care. It's just like one after the other. My cousin passed. Well, even before my cousin passed, well, actually, I think after, we had a family friend, T-Bone, pass, and then his son killed himself, and then Al passed, and then my uncle passed, and then my grandmother passed, and now a family friend, whom which I considered an uncle, has suddenly passed. And I kind of just shut down, and I kept trying to do better. I kept being like, okay, you can't let this get to you. You need to start going back to the gym. You need to start walking the puppy again. You need to move on. You have to keep going. Sitting here and watching YouTube and wasting your life is doing nothing. And it just be like, okay, I'm doing better, and something else would happen. And I'm just just what do you do? So I am in the process of trying to settle my life back down, get myself back in order, and do what I have to do for me. Sorry if the video goes in and out of focus. I really don't know what to do about that. I think it's because it wants to focus on different things. There. Focus on her. Or just me. I don't care. Just focus on something. So, with all that going on in life, including some work stuff that I do not want to talk about on YouTube, I just kind of was like, screw it. I don't care anymore. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And You know what makes me happy? Buying dolls. So I might have oopsed 4 times. Yeah. Which, there's a story behind it and how it got so out of control, but we'll start into that. So, when I first got into the Angelophilia dolls, I tried to do as much research to figure out more about them as I could. They're a little bit like interesting because there's only a set amount of head sculpts, and it seems they don't come out with new ones very often. And really, the releases are the heads with different paint and kind of a different configuration of the bodies. So I decided early on to write down all the head sculpts, which ones I wanted, and try to keep it in my mind that I'm only allowed to have one of any particular head sculpt done and done. Because if I needed to get a new face up, I will just put a new face up on it. Not me, myself, but you know what I mean. Not just buy another doll that's exactly the same. Because I've gone pretty head over heels for Angelophilia and vinyl in general for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But, because as you know, I've had Luna, which is my Dolphy Dream Dynamite, with I think a 04 head, someone told me. I can't remember now. After that, I got my Snow Miku, and then I got my Angelophilia, and then I got this girl, and then they released another release of a head sculpt I liked. So I got that, and off the top of my head, I cannot remember the name of it. Crap. I think it's the same head as the Oi. My brain is just blanking, and I was like, you know what? I've done pretty good lately. I'm gonna put this doll on layaway because Faith C does layaway, and I can manage the layaway pretty easily, and I don't have to worry, and it's really simple. And I know you can technically get these dolls cheaper outside of Faith C, apparently, but to be completely truthful, it's just I'm paying for the convenience. I know and understand that, and I'm also paying to be able to do the layaway. And it is a pre-order, so the pre-order for that actually is already paid off now as it is. So I was like, yay! And shortly after that, I think it was like a month, they released Emma, which is my one of my favorite Angelophilia head sculpts. It is a J. It was the original head sculpt I wanted was the Suzuki. I had fallen in love with it, but by the time I had saved up enough money to get it, because at the time I didn't want to do a layaway, she was sold out, and I didn't know about other ways of purchasing her, so I was just had given up on that. And then I ended up putting the Emma on layaway, because I was like, I can manage 2 layaways. So I was like, it's gonna be tight, but I can manage 2 layaways. That's fine. So then one day I open up BJD Collectity, because every once in a while, not all the time, not every day, but every once in a while I open up and I scroll through just to see. Stop being fuzzy. Thank you. And I scrolled and I went, oh, Zoom's releasing the Brechia again. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if it's totally trashed. Don't really care. And I was like, oh. It's okay. They've re-released it before, but never with the fantasy part. So it's probably just that again. So I clicked on it, read it, went, well, we have a problem. That's my Grail doll. and it's being released in the way that I want it. Dang it. Like, at this point, I had 2 Grail dolls that I just really wanted, but I could never find the Breccia on the secondhand market the way I wanted it, with just the fantasy parts, no human parts, no extra BS that I have to deal with, at a decent price. Like, I think, and mind you, I do not stay on the marketplace constantly. I do take reprieves because I just don't need to see it and be tempted during certain times. Like, if I know financially that I would be effed if I found a doll I wanted, I don't even look. I'll just be like, you know what? If I don't see it, I can't have it, right? So, personally, I've only seen the Breccia with fantasy parts come up on the secondhand market twice. And I was just like, oh crap, this is from the original company. I don't have to worry about recasts or nothing. And over the years, of course, I've been saving money. And technically, I had what I called like the Code Red Dolly fund sitting to the side. Like, there's my Code Red Dolly fund. I will only touch that during extremes. Like, it would have to be the perfect mermaid that I just had to have, or one of my grails, and just set that to the side. Be like, nope, that sits there. Don't touch that for any other dolls. It has to be a grail, and it has to be either the perfect mermaid or one of my grails. That's it. And I was like, well, here you go. Come right out of that savings account. Paid soon, like, here's all your money. So I am waiting for a Zoom Breccia. She is fully paid off. I don't know if Zoom does layaways. I didn't see the point because I was pulling the money from my savings from that particular part of my savings, so I didn't care. And I got her with the not romantic head. I can't remember what they call it. It's the normal, like, more open-eyed face with face up, and cream white with fantasy parts. So, yay! Happy, happy, happy. And it should have been left at that. It really should have been. But it wasn't. So I play this little game on eBay. And it's more to do with my other hobbies, not so much to do with the doll hobby. I will follow things on eBay or watch things on eBay that are like borderline scalpers or just straight up scalpers. Like, people who I look at and I go, you know dang well that is way too much for that item and that you're just scalping it. Or people who are like wanting too much, in my opinion, but not quite a scalper. But anyone who says, or best offer, I will watch them. And if they sit there for a really long time, that means eventually, if it's a scalper, they want to get rid of the item. They can't just have it sitting around. So I'll put in a best offer, and sometimes I do it just to be a butt. Like, I will seriously, like, I've seen pops on there for like $200 or $300, and I'm like, you paid $10 for that, really? And it just came out. Like, I don't mean something that's vaulted or, you know, completely hard to find. I mean something that just came out. And yes, it might be like San Diego Comic-Con or something like that, but I see ridiculous stuff, and I'll be a butt. I'd be like, I give you $10 for it. And I know that's just stupid, but only really if they're like true scalpers do I do it that ridiculously. So I do play this game on there. I'll do that. And I've never actually had an offer accepted. Or had a counter offer that was reasonable. So there's a couple Hatsune Miku's Dolphy Dreams floating around on eBay for around the $900 to $1,000 range. Which I find ridiculous. I'm just like, she's one of my grails, but they they tend to seem to put out Mikus every once in a while. And it seems that they also do it with all of the other Vocaloids as well. They seem to come out whenever she does. She's just the one that sells out the fast, the original Miku. That's why I missed her when Volks last had her on sale online, because she sold out very quickly and my car tire had blown. And so I was busy trying to go home with a could pop anytime tire that had a huge chunk of rubber just rip right off of it, because apparently my tire was dry rotted. And by the time I realized it, I was like, oh crap, that sale started. Went on the website, she sold out. I was just like, ugh. So I was really, like, that was just like the icing on the really bad cake that day. I was just like, thank you. Thank you. And so out of pure curiosity, I'd put what I can below reasonable offer to someone on there to give them wiggle room to do an offer back, which is what I generally do when I don't think they're a huge scalper. Like, I give them something that's depending on the price of the item underneath the price I'd be willing to pay, and see what they come back at, or if they come back at all. So the first Miku I did to it, they didn't even answer me until the offer just expired, because I think it's like 2 days or something, and just be like, offer expired. So I did it on another one to a different seller who had theirs for like the same price pretty much. And about a day later, they came back with a offer that was actually below what I was willing to pay for her. Like, I had a hard line, like, this is what I will not pay over for her, which essentially would be how much I would pay for her from Volks plus shipping. That I wasn't gonna pay more than that. I'll wait it out until Volks put it out again. I don't care. I don't have to have her, and I'm 90% sure she will come out again just like she has before. And so they came back with that kind of offer, and I was like, yeah. Justin, I made a mistake. And he's just like, just get her. Just get her. I don't care. He's like, you telling me, like, if it came up on the website, you would buy it at full asking price, and this is less. And I was like, yeah. He's like, just buy it. Screw it. So that's how I came to the position I sit in now, which is waiting for 4 dolls, 3 of which are vinyl. I had 1 Angelophilia that should be here sometime this month. It's supposed to release in October, I think. I think the Emma is supposed to release in November or December. And the Miku should hopefully be here within the next 2 weeks. It just says label created on the shipping tracking. So it said that for like the last 3 days. It's driving me crazy. I'm assuming they wait until they have enough and they take everything to the post office at the same time, but I'm still like, you have my money, give me my thing. Anyways, and Lord, I have no clue how long Zoom will take at all. I have no clue. I tried to look around in the waiting thread on DOA to see how long the wait time was, but it seemed to be a little bit wishy-washy. So I was like, yay. I miss in the DOA threads, and I don't know if this was every thread or if this was only Fairyland or a few threads, but I remember back in the day, you would go into the waiting rooms and they would have like a list, and you could put your name on the list, what you ordered, how you ordered it. Like, so if you did Fairyland back in the day, you could put it through DDE or through Fairyland, and when you ordered, and then when it came in, you could put when it came so people could easily look through and see what the waiting times look like. I miss that really, 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 really bad. I need them to bring that back. That was like heaven for me because I'm OCD and I want some sort of timetable. Something I can look at, visually see. But anyways, what's the girl to do? So that is my dolly updates. We're at the 20-minute marker, but as I said, this is just going to be rambling. Whoever makes it, makes it. So if you've made it this far, you will also get to know, and I might do a video just announcing this outside of this video if I feel like it. But I think I've said this, and I'm pretty sure I've said this on my Instagram, but I am going to the Atlanta BJD retreat that is in Stone Mountain. I, at this point in time, have no clue who I'm bringing outside of my vinyl girls. At this point, they're light, they're easy, they're not just breakable, they're all going in the suitcase. That is one fun thing about these girls. You don't have to worry. You put a face protector on there, you ain't gotta worry about wrapping hands because they might break, or nothing like that. So nice. So nice. I know, but then let them touch the wrong thing and it's just like, and now they're black, or now they're brown, or now they're green, or blue. They're just like, I'll soak up all the color. The back of my Snow Miku's legs are the freaking like dark blue from the top of her boots, and I was just like, crap. And I just that annoys me so bad. I'm just like, you know what, screw it, don't even care. It's not like I'm ever gonna sell her. But I have no clue who else is gonna go with me. I got a wagon. And I justify this because I have other uses within my normal life for this collapsible fabric wagon. But I bought one for the retreat because I thought about it, and I was reading something on the Discord for the retreat for people who were going, and someone said they had a wagon, and I was like, wait, if I bring all these dolls, how am I gonna move them around the hotel? Well, wagon it is. So, whoopsie. So I will have that with me, so I can essentially bring a lot of dolls and not care. I just have to decide who. I will be bringing some of my non-BJD dolls, which technically you could say these are, but it depends on how you describe BJD. It's kind of subjective, whatever. Because I do have some like custom monster highs, and I'm probably gonna bring one or two of those. And I don't know. It's just kind of be whatever I feel like. It's all gonna go in the wagon, and I'm driving, so I don't have to care. I rented a car because my car is like, hey, your AC's breaking. And I'm like, I know that. It's fine. I don't care. I haven't used my AC all summer. I've been dying of heat stroke. Squirrel. And then my dad goes, no, wait. See, if your AC dies, see this little pulley thing or blah, 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 cars are too complicated for me. It will break your whole car. And you'll just be on the side of the road. Crap. Dad's like, so do you want me to fix your AC for Christmas? Sure. Sounds wonderful. So Merry Christmas to me. I'm getting my car fixed. Because my dad knows a guy who can do it for half the price of Honda. My dad is a, what we like to call grease monkey. And he knows many, many, many others. So, all he drives is Hondas, so he knows a guy who fixes Hondas out of his house. Works. Whatever. And so that's gonna get fixed while I'm in Georgia. And I'm gonna be in the car rental, which will actually work out well for me because I got got a hatchback, so to have more space in the trunk. And there's an IKEA between me and Georgia, so I'll probably be stopping by IKEA too, because this space you see from here to here is going to be all glass cases. But yeah. So I will be at the BJD retreat. If you're going to be at the BJD retreat, you can always leave it in the comments below that you're going as well. And if you're going and you'd like me to particularly bring a doll that you'd like to see, please let me know. I will say probably shortly after the BJD retreat, I will do a sales video. Because I have stuff to take up there that I'm gonna sell that just, if it doesn't sell there, then I just don't care about it because it's too cheap to be worth shipping. But I do have, I think, 2 dolls I'm gonna try to sell. And if they don't sell in person, where it'd be a little bit easier, or trade in person, then I will put them up here on eBay. I mean, on YouTube. And, probably, you know, all over the other parts of the interwebs where you can sell things. And it's just the 2 dolls that I've gotten out of the Minton card boxes. I really like the OSD girl I got. I just wish she didn't have fantasy parts, which is really weird because normally I love fantasy parts. But it doesn't work for me. And if I could, I know, probably contact Impel Doll and see if I could just buy leg parts for her and just sell off the rest of it. But as of right now, considering I have 4 dolls on the way, I'm just like, I'm not so in love with her that I wouldn't sell her. So she'll be on sale at the retreat. And the SD guy I got in the last big box, he's just not what I was hoping to get, essentially. I was hoping to get something that inspired me, like preferably a blank doll that inspired me to do crazy stuff, like my blue zombie guy that I had Pint-Sized Palace do the face up on, and now I have like some blue body blushing on him and stuff. Like, I wanted something that inspired me to work on him, but when I look at him, I just don't, there's nothing there. So for my first type is actually to trade those dolls. They will be for trade at the BJD retreat for in-person trades, but I'm with the state of the hobby, unless I know you, I'm not gonna trade outside of in person, just due to it's not worth it. I'd rather just keep the dolls than risk it. So yeah, and probably the small stuff I may put in a lot and say if you want it for whatever price I'll send it to you, but most of it's like super cheap, like $5 stuff that's not worth going to the post office for each individual item. It's just not. So yeah, and might make a video shortly after this one explaining some of the turmoil I went through with this hobby, and how I almost quit the hobby out of pure frustration. And not quit as in sell my dolls, just like completely drop off the world and just love what I have and not talk to people. But I think the only thing that completely stopped that from happening was knowing that I'd already paid for the BJD retreats. So it was just a hard time. But I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyways, that's been this video. It's my Baja Blast and Dollies. I do hope you enjoyed. And the whole point of these is to be long and rambly, so I guess I don't have to apologize for that. Bye.